This article is titled The Case for Change Management in AI Transformations for Retail and CPG Brands, written by Glassman for the Forbes Business Council. Let's get into it. As someone who advises retail and CPG leaders daily, I'm seeing a striking pattern emerge. The appetite for AI is strong. CEOs are committing capital, CIOs are building data platforms, and CMOs are eager to unlock personalization at scale. Yet when these transformations falter, it is rarely the algorithms or infrastructure at fault. The problem is often in the human and organizational side of adoption. In my role as an advisory head, I sit at the intersection of strategy and execution. Across boardrooms, I hear the same refrain. We invested in AI, but are not seeing the value beyond experimentation. Technology is advancing quickly, but change management lags. If there is one truth I emphasize to executives, it is this: AI transformations are not technology projects, they are enterprise change journeys. Retail and CPG brands face unique pressures. Margins are thin, consumer loyalty is fickle, and supply chains are volatile. These make the stakes of AI transformation higher than in other sectors. Without change management, even sophisticated models risk becoming shelfware. Section: Retail and CPG brands face unique AI transformation challenges. Retailers and CPG firms sit at the crossroads of consumer behavior and operations. This amplifies both the potential of AI and the consequences of poor adoption. I consistently see three themes. Firstly, the volume of touch points. Every consumer interaction generates data. Unlocking its value requires coordination across marketing, sales, operations, and supply chain. Secondly, the frontline impact. AI adoption reaches far beyond headquarters. It affects store associates, merchandisers, and field sales reps. Resistance at the frontline can derail even the best designed programs. Thirdly, the pace of disruption. Trends shift rapidly, from wellness foods to seasonal fashion. AI systems must keep pace, and so must the people interpreting their outputs. These dynamics make change management the backbone of transformation. Section: A framework for change management in AI transformations. To help retail and CPG leaders succeed, I advise organizations to adopt a 5-pillar framework: vision, engagement, enablement, governance, and sustainability. Section 1: Vision, aligning AI with brand promise and strategy. The most effective transformations begin with clarity of purpose. Retail and CPG brands are built on trust and identity. AI initiatives must strengthen that, not dilute it. When I work with executive teams, I push them to articulate their reasons for choosing AI. What is the priority? Is it inventory accuracy, trade spend optimization, or consumer personalization? What value do they hope to create? Translating technical capability into outcomes that matter. Fewer stockouts, sharper promotions, or reduced waste. How will this support brand purpose? For brands competing on sustainability, for example, AI should show how it helps cut carbon or optimize packaging. When leaders consistently frame AI within brand and strategy, employees are more likely to rally around it. Section 2: Engagement, bringing stakeholders along early. Change management in retail and CPG is stakeholder-heavy. Store associates, managers, marketers, and supply chain leaders all feel AI's impact. Too often, they are engaged late in the process. What I've seen work best is co-creation, cross-functional AI squads that blend data scientists with frontline practitioners. This builds trust. A grocer I advised paired managers with analytics teams to refine shelf scanning models. The result was not just better data, but higher frontline confidence that the system reflected real-world situations and interactions. Section 3: Enablement, building skills and enhancing employee experience. AI creates value only if employees know how to use it. Enablement goes beyond technical training. It requires data literacy, helping managers and associates interpret algorithmic insights. Behavioral change, encouraging teams to act on recommendations. And role-specific learning. For example, a marketer needs different training than a warehouse planner. I often encourage AI ambassador programs, training champions, to coach peers. This model can create support, accelerate adoption, and reduce fear. Section 4: Governance, clarifying roles, ethics, and accountability. AI in retail and CPG is sensitive because it touches consumers directly. Governance is more than technical guardrails. It is brand protection. I counsel leadership teams to establish clear answers to questions like, who signs off when AI makes a replenishment or pricing recommendation? How do we avoid bias in promotions or assortment models? What are our standards for data privacy and ethical use? One apparel brand I worked with established ethical checkpoints in its AI development process. Algorithms could not be deployed at scale until they passed a cross-functional review. This reassured both consumers and regulators. Section 5. Sustainability. Embedding AI into the operating model. AI transformation is not a one-off project. It must become part of the organization's DNA. Sustainability means measuring adoption as rigorously as ROI, not just whether the model is accurate, but whether it is used consistently. Creating continuous feedback loops and ensuring frontline insights refine AI models over time. Rewarding AI-driven behaviors by embedding adoption metrics into performance reviews and incentives. In one CPG company I advised, leadership celebrated teams that applied AI insights to reduce spoilage and energy waste. That recognition reinforced behaviors and signaled that AI was the new way of operating. The costs of ignoring change management. When change management is sidelined, the outcomes are predictable. Expensive AI platforms sit underused. Frontline confusion slows execution. Talent disengagement drives attrition. Consumer trust erodes when AI is misapplied. In retail and CPG, these risks can be detrimental. Moving from pilots to enterprise value, many retailers and CPG firms are stuck in what I call pilot purgatory. They test AI use cases that look promising but cannot scale. Change management is the bridge from pilots to enterprise-level impact. By embedding vision, engagement, enablement, governance, and sustainability, companies can turn pilots into transformation. In conclusion, from my vantage point advising some of the world's most recognized retail and CPG brands, one thing is clear. AI is not just a technology challenge, it is a constant organizational transformation. Consumers may never see the algorithm, but they will feel it in promotions, product availability, and brand trust. Technology will continue to advance, but without change management, value will remain elusive. For leaders serious about winning the AI race, remember that change management is not a supporting role. It is the leading act.